Get your calculators ready, Baltimore. It's budget season. In this week's Bill Explains Baltimore, we're digging into the numbers around the blueprint for Maryland's future. Passed during the 2022 General Assembly session and based on the work of a multi-year study by the Kirwan Commission, the blueprint for Maryland's future invests roughly $4 billion a year in new revenue into our public schools over the next decade. The blueprint includes several important funding initiatives, including raising teacher pay, expanding vocational training, and providing for our students most in need. The funding formula for state aid and local contributions fluctuate and build based on a number of factors, including the number of kids living in poverty across the state. For this current year, the city allocated $313 million. But heading into fiscal year 2024, it's projected that the city must allocate $393 million, a jump of almost $80 million year over year. Though we shouldn't expect to see that high of an increase moving forward, the city will need to sustain and add to that figure over the next decade. On a positive note, following COVID actions, the city's traditional revenue streams are starting to return to normal. According to budget projections, hotel taxes are improving and income and property taxes are growing again. Still, it's estimated it will take about 2/3 of our projected revenue growth to cover this year's blueprint allocations, with the other third covering inflation costs. That leaves absolutely no wiggle room for any new spending this fiscal year, and balancing our budget is just going to get tougher from here. It shouldn't be lost on any of us that the largest allocations for the blueprint, which was built in part to more firmly establish equity in our schools, are coming from Baltimore City and Prince George's County, both jurisdictions with a lot of minority residents. Supporting teachers and students is important for a thriving Baltimore, but it's also important that blueprint payments not completely consume our budget. How we balance blueprint moving forward could define our city for decades. Thanks. And if you have a question, please send it to Comptroller at baltimorecity.gov.